Hello, my purple peeps, and this is Author Donna Dee with the first episode of Purple Possibilities Hour, where you can relax, relate, and ask with Author Donna Dee. So let me first off let you know what all I got right here. You're probably gonna see me in my pajamas because this is a relaxation hour podcast. So tonight, I'm wearing my Save Water and Drink Wine shirt because I want to make sure I do my part in keeping the world safe and healthy. So instead of water, I'm drinking one of my favorites, which is Stella Rosa, Stella Peach. And I'm drinking it out of one of my favorite wine glasses that one of my good friends, Danielle Williams, gave me for my birthday. Sip, sip. So let me just taste a little. I already poured some. Okay, that's right. So I got my drink. And I have two books of mine that I'm going to be autographing and mailing out. So I'll be doing that while I'm talking. I have my trusty pen. Well, it's two pens, really. Two of my favorite autographing pens. Okay, so first off, let me tell you what Purple's Possibilities is about. First off, I want to thank one of my good, awesome, amazing friends. Candace Hamilton did. She gave me this idea. She was like, there's so much going on in the world. You have a platform. You know, you like to talk. People like to talk. You're a person that people like to talk to. So why not start a podcast? And I thought about it. Juggled it around. Already a busy person. I have work, school. I'm a wife, dog mom. Just so much stuff. But then I thought about it. I was like, a lot of people, because of COVID-19, are at home. Nothing to do. You have a lot of things you want to say and get off your chest, but it's like, how do I say it? You know? Where do I begin with saying it? So I played around with the idea, and it is a lot of things to talk about in this world. So what I'm going to do with each episode, I'm going to give out what topic I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to put it out, and then people can just ask questions if they want to. We'll get to the point where I'll have people join in. But tonight is, for episode 1, is just letting you get to know who is Author Donna Dee. If you hear some tiptoeing in the background, that's the famous Tatum Allen, my dog. I'm in the kitchen, so, you know. He think when he see you sitting at the table that you're eating. No, sir, I'm not. But anyway, so let me first start off by saying, going forward, the episodes will be an hour long. Just tonight is just an introduction, so it's not going to be an hour. But like I said, it's Purple Possibilities Hour, where you can relax, relate, and ask questions, you know. So let me start off by saying that I am a self-published author. I started writing when I was 7 years old. Let me just give you a little of the backstory on that. Growing up, my mom used to always read books to me at night. Fairy tales, fables, just books. And I loved reading books. So I enjoyed that part. It was like a personal part between me and my mom every night. So every night she would read a book to me. Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears, The Three Little Pigs, Jack and Jill. I mean, just fairy tale after fairy tale after fairy tale. Then it got to the point where I was like, oh my God, it's so boring. They became predictable. And it just wasn't exciting or creative to me anymore. It didn't give me that. Once you hear the story, it's like, okay, I don't want to hear it again. And like I said, she was reading to me every night. So like, how many times you think I heard The Three Little Pigs in a year? You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where I was like, Mom, I'm tired of hearing about The Three Little Pigs. It just was so predictable with what was going to go on in the story. And I just thought I was not excited or not having fun listening to these stories anymore. So my mom, being my mom, she was like, then write your own. You're creative enough. Write your own. So the next day, we went to Zare's. I think I just told my age on that one. But anyway, we went to Zare's. She got me a pack of pens, a pack of pencils, and some tablets to write in. So that night, I go home, I'm sitting in my bed, and I got this pen and paper, and I'm like, So I just let my brain started working. Because everybody always say left-handed people are creative. Not being biased, because I am left-handed. But we do have vivid imaginations. My dreams were like dreams unknown to people. I dreamed in color. I could taste, smell, all of that. And it was like my dreams were like mini movies, So I just started writing. And the first two stories that I wrote, The Man with the Red Hat and The Duck That Came to Catville, both of them have been copyrighted since then. So those are the two first kid stories that I wrote. I read them to my mom, and she was like, oh my goodness, these are actually good. So then it started from there. I started writing other little short stories, poems, and growing up, books, like I said, was always my first love. Writing was always my passion. I love poetry and I love writing, and they just kind of intertwine. It just depended on what emotion I was going through, what life experience I was going through, with what you were going to get. Poems come from emotion, so you're angry, you're happy, you're upset, you're excited, or whatever experiences that you're going through or inspire you. Nature inspires me a lot as well. That's where the poems come from. Then the short stories were just little short kid stories. I didn't think about writing an actual book until I got older. So, like I said, the love for writing came from just being able to get lost in what I'm writing, being able to express whatever emotion or whatever feeling I was going through without being judged or having anyone say anything. So let's fast forward a couple of years. I always kept journals and diaries growing up. So anything that was happening in my life, I would write down. Any juicy stories I would hear from like friends and family members and other people, whatever, their life experiences, I would write down as well. Because it was always my thing. I write it down, then I can go back and look it over and be like, oh, okay, this is what should have taken place, or this is what I shouldn't have done, or what the person should have done. I was always analyzing from what I wrote down. Those journals and diary inquiries turned into something I could not have imagined. As I went back and started reading and looking over them, I was like, man, I wonder if other people are going through this or have encountered this or can relate to this. So I remember one night I had a dream, and these name of characters came to me in this dream. The beginning of the story came to me in the dream, as well as the end. But I didn't have a middle in the dream. So I got my journal out, like I always do. Whenever these dreams and inspirations are right hit, I always have paper, pen, a journal, or something near me to write stuff down. So I wrote down everything for the beginning and everything for the end. And then I was like, okay, God, what are you saying to me? Where we're going to go from this? So then I started creating. And creating. It took me a year to write this book. So my first book that I wrote is Growing Up Too Fast. And it's my baby. It's my baby. So it's been copyrighted. And like I said, I'm a self-publishing author. And self-publishing author means you're doing all the work. I'm not published through a publishing company. Therefore, I get to full control over my titles, over my input in the books, over anything that happens, advertising, all of that is on you as a self-published author. That means I book my own events, I advertise, I'm the one that gets the copyright done, the ISBN barcodes, editing, formatting, all of that. You have to hire your own illustrator or graphic art person. You have full control. Of course, you have to spend money to make money, but I like being my own boss. It's just always been something that's for me. So being a self-published author was what I chose to be. A lot of people want to be, published under a company because they're the one that kind of markets and advertise your book. But I felt like, why pay them to do that when I can do that? So anyway, like I said, Growing Up Too Fast is the first book that's out. And it was released August 21st of 2019. It is for sale, and to date, from that date to now, I have sold 300, and these two make 307 copies of it. And that's just me, self-publishing myself. So yes, I'm going to toot my own horn. But seriously though, that's the first book. I'm currently writing the second book, which is a part 2 continuation of this book. And that book is entitled Love is a Two-Way Street. So that will be released. I'm trying to aim for early 2021. Kovisha Jenkins, she came in this year and just threw everybody's plans out the window. So the book was supposed to be released this year. So it got pushed back, but it's okay. It's okay. It's pushed back to early 2021. It just gives me more time to focus on book 1. I have a website that's going to be coming out soon. I'll have that information to everyone. That'll be where you can purchase. You can keep up with everything that's going on with me, any booking events or anything going on, as well as where you can purchase merchandise for the books. I'm thinking about selling other merchandise on there, playing around with that. Right now, it'll just be the books. So like I said, my second book is Love is a Two-Way Street. My third book that I'm thinking about, told you I was a busy person. I already got 2 and 3 different books in my head. The third book is going to be a compilation of my poems and poetry that I've written over the years. It's just going to be a book of inspirational quotes and poems. So that's going to be book 3. I have a 4th book in mind. Told you. And I'm just mentally putting it on hold until the other things come out. I also have an idea, because I do have these kid stories that I have written years ago that have been copyrighted as well, to do a children's book series. That's been an idea that's always been in my head, and I do want to do it, and I am going to do it. It's just when to find the time to do it. I've also want to start doing inspirational calendars, where each day has some kind of inspirational affirmation for the day. And I also always wanted to do my own card line, because you go to Target, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and you go to the card aisle and it's like, okay, artwork is nice, but the words inside are like, they're so vague. They don't really pertain to what you want to say. Most of the time I find myself buying blank cards and just writing myself in them. So then I thought about, why am I wasting money buying blank cards writing my own saying when I can just have my own guideline. But anyway, that's another idea. But I do have a few questions that people submitted to me. So I'm just gonna go over the questions that people have submitted to me. The first one, when did I start writing? I said I started writing at 7, so an early age on the kid stories. Poems I've been writing all my life, but the actual books as an adult. What started my love for writing? My love for writing started from my love for books. When you open a book, it's like opening a window to a different world where your imagination is your guide. And you can get lost in books. That was where my love came from. Because when I write, I always wanted it to be something that was relatable to people. Because this is a big world. Everybody encounters issues or things. I'm like, I know it's somebody else out there that is going through this. They may not have the answers on how to resolve it or whatever. So when I write, I want to encourage someone, uplift someone, let them know you're not the only one going through this. There's other people that are going through this too. I always want something to relate. It's nothing like picking up a book and you just be like, this was just like a load of information. I can relate to nothing in it. But a book that you can relate to, an attention grabber, those are the books that you love. Like some of my favorite authors, Eric Jerome Dickey, Elin Harris, Zane. Like my Zane lovers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Zane is off the chain. Terry McMillan. It's just the list goes on and on. Now new, Craig Stewart. I love Craig's books. I love Craig. He's another inspiration for me as well to just push through and keep going. So much success to him, as well as the other authors that I named, and as well as the others that are out there coming up. But that's what started my love for writing, because it's an escape. It's an outlet. When I'm stressed, I write. When I'm angry, I write. When I'm happy, I write. It's an outlet. I guess I answered the next question, because the next question was, why do I write? So that just explained that part too. So what have I written? I told you I've written a few kid stories that haven't come out yet. Growing Up Too Fast. Currently writing Love is a Two-Way Street. I've written a million poems and inspirational quotes. So those are some of the things that I've written. What social media platforms do I have? I'm on Facebook as Author Donna Dee. So you can go and like my page, invite your friends to like it as well. Much appreciation and thanks everyone that has supported me and follow me. On Instagram, I'm listed as author_Donna, and it's DONNA _DEE79, and that's author AUTHOR _DONNA _DEE79. So go and follow me on Instagram. Like I stated, I will keep in contact with you all about the website and when that comes out. On YouTube, you can follow me as Author Donna Dee. I think Author Donna Dee. Tried to keep it simple, something that everybody can relate to. Now, I got that from my T.S. Madison. She said, keep it simple. Don't be having all these different names that can't nobody understand, or keep up with, or try to remember. Everybody gonna know Author Donna Dee. So on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Author Donna Dee. I'm not on Twitter. I'm thinking about it. I really don't have the time to be posting and doing all of that extra on Twitter, but I may down the line. But right now, I'm just available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So go and follow me and like all my platforms. That way you can keep up with my writing journey. I have had since August of 2019. I've had 5 book signings. I had to cancel 3 so far this year. I have one event where I'm a vendor coming up September 26th for those that are in Memphis. And I don't have the information for that, but if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, then you've seen the flyer. But it's the Fall Expo. So I'm a vendor. So I will be selling books and meeting and greeting and people at that event. And we are going to be COVID safe. So we'll have hand sanitizer, hand sanitation stations, masks are required. So hopefully COVID or Covisha Jenkins, what I like to call it, will get somewhere and sit down so we can start enjoying at least the last few months of this year. Battery low. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all long on this episode. This was just an introduction. I'm gonna go ahead and sign these 2 books while I'm talking to you. Like I stated, I want to thank anyone who has followed me, supported me, or encouraged me. Because as authors, we do need encouragement. One, we need encouragement to know that our books do matter, that our stories do matter, that our minds do matter to people. We like to know that we're inspiring somebody or that we're holding your attention. We get writer's block. We get those stresses just like, anyone else, anything else. We get down about things too. We just have an outlet to go to lose ourselves in. What I'll do the next episode, and I'm still kind of thinking about it with all the stuff that is going on nowadays on TV. I try my best not to watch the news because it is so easy to get caught up, and it's depressing. But my next topic is something that does need to be talked about because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. But episode 2, I still haven't. I'm gonna play around with what date I'm gonna put it on. So if you're following me on Facebook and Instagram, then you'll see me putting up because I want y'all to ask questions. I want your input. I want you to have a voice as well through my voice on this topic. So episode 2 is going to be Black Lives Matter. And that just means being Black in America, what we have to deal with, what we have to go through, and also respecting our differences. Because we as a community, there's a lot of divide within our own community, within our own race. So I think that these are some good things to talk about. Being Black in America is, how do I sum it in one word? Being Black in America is exhausting. That's the best word. It's exhausting. I mean, you have to put so much thought into it. What not to say, what not to do. It shouldn't even be that hard. But anyway, so again, my episode 2 is going to be Black Lives Matter. And I just want to talk about being Black in America and respecting our differences. I just, that shouldn't even be something that we talking about. It really shouldn't be. But with all the things that are going on, it's a topic that needs to be talked about. I want to encourage anyone, if you have not registered to vote, please do. It's very, very, very important that you go and register to vote, because your voice needs to be heard. Lord knows, if it ain't heard on no other day, November 4th, your voice need to be heard. You need to get out in droves. Take your family, take your friends, go and vote. Change doesn't just start at the top. It starts at the bottom and works its way up. So you need to register to vote, and you need to vote every time you're supposed to. That's for judges and commissioners and senators and anybody. You need to vote. We had the right people in office. That, just like I said about the books, when you pick up a book off the shelf, you want something that you want to read, something that you can relate to. That you know. That's the same thing with voting. You want to make sure someone's in office. City court clerk, judges, senators, mayors, school council, all of that is relatable. Can I relate to them? Do they relate to me? Do I feel like they can understand what I'm going through or the stresses that we're encountering? Those are things that you need to think about when you're going to vote. Because a lot of people feel like my voice does not matter. It does. It truly does. But right now, I want to thank anyone who, like I said, have supported me by purchasing a book or just following me on Instagram or Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Author Donna Dee. I really want to thank everybody who has supported me in this journey of my writing. I have done a lot, but yet there's more to come. My biggest dream for my writing career is to one day, one of my books be on the big screen. I think that is every author's dream, to see their book as a movie one day. So who knows? That is something that I have talked over with some people, and I've, kind of networked around to maybe have that done for book one, Growing Up Too Fast. So we shall see. But like I stated, right now I'm autographing. I had 2 book sales that came through like 30 minutes before I came on here. So I'm going to go ahead and autograph these and send these out to these 2 ladies. I just sent off some this weekend. My second home has truly become the post office. I go in there, they be like, "Hey, Author Donna Dee, you back, girl?" Yeah, girl. So, and I'm not complaining. It's truly a blessing because, like I said, when the book was released in August of last year, I mean, who knew? We didn't know COVID was coming around the corner. So I had, like I said, between August and December, I had 5 book signings. And they were all successful. I was able to network with people, meet new people, and just rub elbows with other inspiring authors, and just had a good old time. Then, what I got? Carisha Jenkins Came in and just said, "Nah, everybody sit down. Everybody on punishment. Everybody sit down." And just put a halt to everything. I had to cancel 3 book signings, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain. I think that was God's way of saying, "Pause. Y'all getting out of hand." And especially for me, because I know I'm a busy person, and I really don't take the time that I need to relax and relate and release. I really don't. And I think this is God's way of making me sit down. Truly. And I thank Him for that, because I have learned so much. And I have, even as an author, I've learned so much in this downtime on how to advertise better, how to market better. Because honestly, even though I've done the 5 book signing events, excuse me, ain't nothing like a cool, chill wine. But I've sold more books during the corona pandemic than before. It got to the point where I was at the post office 3 and 4 times a week. My husband was like, wait. This is getting out of hand. So I said, okay, let me pick two days a week that I'm gonna go to the post office, and that's gonna be that on it. So now usually I am shipping out books. If not on Mondays, it's on Tuesday. So Monday or Tuesday, and then Fridays. Right now, before the website is set up to where you can purchase the books on there, you can purchase through me, and you can pay. We can meet up, and you can pay cash. If you want to purchase the book, and they're $12 if we meet up and you pay in cash. It's $12, and you can pay through Zelle, Cash App, or PayPal. Now, if I have to mail it to you, like from out of town people or even in town people, if I'm mailing it to you, then it's $17. So that's just an extra $5 for shipping, which pays for the supplies to ship it in, and postal fees. So I can do that as well. You can pay that $17 through Zelle or PayPal or Cash App as well. Now, also, my book is available now on Etsy. So you can look up Growing Up Too Fast on Etsy.com, and you can purchase it for $12 plus whatever the shipping is on there pertaining to where it's going. You can purchase through there, or you can purchase it on Amazon. Growing Up Too Fast, Author Donna Dee is on Amazon as well. The book, like I said, is $12 plus whatever the shipping cost is on there pertaining to wherever it's mailing to. Of course, if you meet me at any of the book signings or the book events, it's just $12. So again, you can purchase it on Amazon.com or Etsy.com. For now, I'll give you later the web information will be up. Or you can purchase directly through me. We can meet up. You can pay cash, just $12. Or, and then you can pay through Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle as well. That was episode 1 of Purple Possibilities Hours, where you can relax, relate, and ask with Author Donna Dee. So, my purple peeps, this is Sunday, and this is the day that I'm usually going to record and do it on. because Sunday is the day of Sabbath where you're supposed to rest and get ready for the next week. So what I want to say in ending is I hope that you all have a exuberating week, whether it be school or work or whatever endeavors you have this week. I hope that they're all prosperous and productive. I wish you nothing but health, safety, and happiness. Let's just be good to one another because you never really know what the next person is going through. We can see so many smiles or see people be like, oh my God, their life is so together. You know, even Superman get tired. You know, everybody's, you know, 1 inch from breaking down because there's just so much stuff going on in the world. So keep your heads up, keep your minds and hearts clear, and just love each other. Just love each other. But this was Author Donna Dee, and this was Purple Possibilities Hour. Until next time.